I was just about to come on here and tell you guys, I don't know what the fuck this thing's doing tonight, bro. I can't even lie, bro. I legitimately have no idea where the fuck this thing's going. I'll break it down in just a minute. Tell you guys what I'm seeing here, what I'm thinking here. And you know, we'll figure out what the fuck the thing wants to do. But as of right now, this is 005.5 level. Strong level to potentially sell. So that's something that I'm going to watch here. Right off the bat, the first thing that I can tell you right now is that this daily candle is not manipulated to the downside. Okay, like that's the first thing right off the bat I can tell you. It is not manipulated, right? We don't have an hourly anything that this pushed into. We don't have a 4-hour anything that this pushed into. So kind of similar to this morning, if any of you guys were in the morning stream, very, very similar look to this daily open, which I was hoping we wouldn't, but here we are. I do like this up here. Like I said, I pointed this out, the 4-hour Wick CE here, 005.5. I like that for a potential rejection. As of right now, what's happening inside of this range for a 10 p.m. move, we have this 1-hour gap and 4-hour gap, right? 1 hour, 4 hour both. And this area is something that I'm watching because if we inverse, which means if we close above this line here, which is 857, if we close above 857, then this 1 hour and the 4 hour becomes an inverse, and that effectively becomes a potential area for this 10 p.m. to manipulate into. Not the daily, but the 10 p.m. candle to manipulate into, right? So the issue here is still going to be this daily chart, right? The issue with the daily chart is that, again, it has not manipulated to the downside at all. This low here, no manipulation at all. So because there's no manipulation leg, kind of throws me off, right? Very similar look to this morning where we didn't have a manipulation leg for the daily chart, but we did displace lower. So it could be possible that we have a kind of a similar move here where, you know, we don't have a manipulation leg lower, but it displaces higher. Possible. The reason why I consider this hourly and this 4-hour fair value gap, only reason why I consider this over considering like this inverse, for example, is because we had a sweep, right? Literally the only reasons. There was a sweep here, and because of the sweep, because there was a sweep here, immediately means to me that this inverse is now valid. However, still no like actionable setup, right? No actionable setup here until probably post 10 p.m. Because we're gonna have to wait for not just this hourly, but this 4-hour to close, kind of give us direction into the rest of this Asia session. We do have, is that tonight or is that tomorrow? When is Trump talking? Tomorrow night, Trump is talking at 9 p.m. So it's not going to affect right now. But yeah, tomorrow night, Trump is talking. So something to be aware of. So right now, waiting for 10 p.m. to open up here. And then we see where this closes. And then once this closes, we'll have a good idea about where this thing might potentially be going. Since you're watching the 1 hour, are you taking your entry on the 15-minute or 5-minute? It's going to be the 5-minute, bro. So yeah, if I take a like inverse 1 hour flow model to the upside trade, it'll be a 5-minute. Today's top 15-minute wick. Well, I have the 4-hour one marked out, but I'm sure the 15-minute is either similar or the same. similar. So yeah, the 4 hour is going to be like the first area. And then we kind of go from there. But it all depends on how this closes. We still have 12 minutes left for this to close. So if this closes here above this 857, so we get like a 860 closure or above, then I'll be looking to long. If we don't, then I'll probably be looking to short. I'm confused when it comes to Wick CEs, for example, that 4 hour CE is above an OB. Sorry for the dumb question. No, not a dumb question. I don't consider anything an order block here, right? Nothing here is something I would consider an order block. This is just a candle that swept liquidity, right? Swept this high. And that is why we focus on this one. All right, minute and a half left here. Looks like we're going to get the closure, which means we may be able to get a long. If we go long, where's the entry? 1 hour and 4 hour inversion gap, and then a 5 minute buy model. Let's see if we can get a retest of this area here. I'm going to drop down into the 5 minute because once we come down into that is when I would like to execute on my long. Do we have anything here on... This 15 minute just got tapped like right before 10 too. Okay, I guess we're gonna wait and see. We're gonna wait a second, see what's popping here. Let's set everything up. Let's get prepared. Max position size is going to be 3 micros, okay? 3 micros. Remember, these are fresh 50K accounts, so we're going to be using 3 micros. Max risk is going to be about $150, okay? So, if for whatever reason the trade that we take is lower risk and the $150 risk, in order to meet the $150 risk, I can risk 1 mini, then I will do that. But the whole point is to have $150 risk per trade. Have to be careful about consistency rule. Have to be careful about trailing drawdown. So I'm going to be managing these in front of you guys. I'm going to show you exactly how I manage trailing drawdown. This number that you see here, this distance, this is the distance from drawdown. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do the trailing drawdown, all that stuff, consistency rule, all that good stuff. So first thing, let me pause the music real quick, bro. Okay, first things first. I'm going to show you guys how you do consistency rule. So the first thing that we have to establish is, when are we going to take this payout? I want to take the payout on these accounts at, let's say, either 54,600, right? Which we take a 2K payout. Actually, let's just do 54,600, okay? So 54,600 is going to be 2K payout, right? We get a 2K payout of 54,600. Now, how do we determine consistency? So all you do is you do 54. So you do, well, not 54. You do 4,600 because that's your total profit times 30%. And I got to pull out the calc for this because I do not know that off the top of my head. So 4,600 times 30% is going to be 1,380, right? 1,380. 1,380. So this means cannot make any more than 1,380 in 1 day. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. If at any point the trade exceeds 1,380 in profit, cut the trade. Okay? Cut the trade out. So that's what we're working with here. All right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so now that we know how much we're going to make, 1,380. Remember that. 1,380. Don't let that slip your mind, because if at any point you make more than 1,380, you're probably going to get fried. You're going to be a little bit over consistency, and that's going to be a problem. So 1,380, 1,380, 1,380. All right. How much am I going to risk per trade? $150. If you make more than your profit target gets raised. Well, this is not a, yeah, basically, yes. Profit target will get raised if I make more. Exactly. As long as it is within the 30%. That's it. Do you see the distance from trailing? How do you see the distance from trailing DD on Tradeovate? So you see the plus button on the top left on your Tradeovate that says Add Modules. Click that and then go to Accounts. And then under Accounts, it's going to show these things for you. Are you waiting for manipulation 15? I'm just waiting for a confirmation model here right now because I don't see anywhere like a fresh pity array that this could manipulate into. Unless this hourly gap. Then we have a BPR. Yum. But 46 minutes until that shit closes. So we got a long time. Long time to go, bro. For 150 risk per trade, is that 25 point stop loss for 3 contract MNQ? Yeah, it's, again, $150 a risk, okay? Whether that's like using more size for a smaller stop or smaller stop loss or a bigger stop loss with lower size is irrelevant. $150 a risk per trade. That's all you guys got to know. So it's just like how much you got to risk to, or how big can your stop loss be to risk that amount? How much size can you use to risk that amount? That's what it's going to come down to. It took me 4 months to first commit to New York Open. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. And if you're one of those people that trades New York, let me just say, Asia is very similar, okay? Asia is very, very similar. In fact, I would say Asia is almost a little cleaner. It's just slower, right? It's a lot slower. That's it. That's the only difference. The video on it. Yeah, it does. It does. It just happened before 10 p.m., so I can't really take that, right? This 10 p.m., in my eyes, it needs to go lower and manipulate. So this, to me, it is not a trade here. I'm not going to be trading here. If anything, I can look for a short, but where the hell am I going to short here? Nowhere, right? So therefore, there's nothing. I'm looking to trade a move to the upside here, bro. I'm looking to trade a move to the upside. I just need it to pull back down into this area and then a move up. Oh, here, I'll read your question. I took the daily Wick CE on Friday, lost so much. I have no idea what happened on Friday, gang. What daily Wick CE did you take here on Friday? This is Friday. What daily Wick CE did you take? The what wick? Use the previous day? Yeah, you used an invalid wick. Why would you use this? The previous day, right? So this is Friday. You use this. Why? What kind of... Let me go back. Let's go back here. If my replay decides to work, it'd be great. What's going on? What liquidity did this sweep? Any? Did it sweep any kind of liquidity at all? No, right? So you're randomly taking Wick CEs thinking, oh, why is this not working? You took a dog shit trade. This is not a valid wick to take. Which one is a valid wick is this one right here. This is a valid wick to take. You see how that worked out? Why? Because this swept liquidity into a daily fair value gap. So this is this candle that you use is not a valid one. That's why you got wrecked. This 4 hour needs a green to red and then a red to green. Taking profit too early, you're just not confident in your system, bro. That's why. You're not confident in your system, and you are focusing too much on the money. That's what you're doing. I already know your problem, bro. I'm already knowing. You ain't even got to tell me, bro. You look at that number, and you're like, you start salivating at the mouth, bro. You start salivating. Like, oh my god, let me just take profit right here instead of letting the trade run. So, you know, you just need to let your balls drop, right? Be a man. And stop looking at a P&L and letting it affect your trade so much, right? You plan your trade, and then you trade your plan. That's it. Very simple, bro. When have you guys ever seen me, bro? Like people come in here all the time, right? How many times have you guys seen me let a trade run to break even after it's up like a band or whatever? I let the trade run to break even because that's my plan, right? It goes to break even. The whole time, people are like, yo, why don't you just TP here, bro? Why don't you just take the $1,000, bro? It's a lot of money. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. Good trades, those are the only things that matter, bro. Good trades, that's it. And you're not going to get good trades by not having complete trust in your system. So you have to have some sort of trust in your system, you know? Do you believe if I had full TP, I'd be able to withdraw 20K payout? Yeah, exactly, bro. So, I mean, you know your problem. You're just not fixing it, which means you're not disciplined enough. So at some point, something's going to give. You're going to be like, dude, I'm here standing in my own way. For what reason? And eventually you'll lock in, right? But everybody's got to go through their own journey. Me telling you what worked for me is not necessarily going to work for you. It's just something that comes over time of just like looking at the charts. I am bearish on the daily, Jalen. I am bearish on the daily. But it needs to go higher in order for it to go lower, right? That's called the PO3. That is called the PO3. Yeah, this thing is coming down. Looking good. Looking good. I haven't taken any trades yet, bros. No trades yet. Dude, 22 minutes now until this fucking new hourly opens up. We're like so close. I feel like today, the better trade is going to be in London. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, bro. The better trade, it looks to me like it's going to be in London. But let's see here, bro. Let's take a look-see. I do really like this 5-minute gap lower, or sorry, this 15-minute gap lower right here. I have the levels that are really going to matter here. So I'll spit out some levels here that I do like. 29.75 I like a lot. 829.75 I like this. Close to the CE, very close proximity to the CE, and 15-minute fair value gap. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't even gonna cap. That's low-key the only one I like inside of here. So if this doesn't get hit, I take a continuation long using flow model. That's it. That's if we fucking get down there, because who knows at this point. Also, let's assume that this closes. So let me get rid of this, right? So we have the BPR CE right here. I have 848. 848 on the dot. All right, I got 848 there. And then, yeah, 848. Ooh, I like 848 too, Revs. Explain BPR one more time. BPR is just where a bearish and a bullish gap overlap. Or a inverse and a non-inverse, right? Inverse and a fresh. They overlap. That's a BPR. Win rate with the flow model this year has been actually really good. Flow model's been performing like beautifully. I would say over 80% for sure. Anything worth trading? Scott, bro, I'm not gonna lie. There is not much. I'm just sitting here waiting. I have 2 levels marked out, 848 and 829. Other than that, I don't really have anything here. I really got nothing, bro. The 2 levels I gave, well, they're underpriced, so those would be for longs, right? It doesn't make sense for us to short levels that are underpriced. Can someone example hedging? Hedging would be you buy NQ on some accounts and then you sell NQ on some accounts. That's hedging. Flow model in Discord, PO3 workshop. Yeah, PO3 workshop. And then I have 2 videos on YouTube over here. 2 videos on YouTube. 50Ks are easy. Yeah, bro. And I'm telling you, Scott, people sleep on it, but it really is. People sleep on it till you get to 54.6K and you're requesting $2,000 per account, and that's $40,000. That people sleep on it till that 40K check hits, and then it's like, oh my god, Apex is really the GOAT. That's genuinely like kind of how it goes. I copy trade all of these, bro. I'm gonna be copy trading all of these. Not looking at 15-minute VG because it already got tapped. So we have a hourly BPR here that I'm looking at now. Can you explain your model, buddy? Yeah, little list of buddies. I just got done saying I have 2 videos right here on YouTube completely for free on one of my models. So Feel free to take your little buddy ass over there and watch that. I have two strategies. The strategy that you guys use, the strategy that you guys see me use to identify these levels, the top and bottom ticking levels, I only teach in Discord. The strategy that I teach publicly is the flow model, which is the confirmation entry. I teach that publicly here, completely for free in front of you guys. Did you tell your fam / you're gonna start trading, or did you keep a secret till you started to be profitable? There was one person in my life, IRL, that knew that I was trying to trade when I first started. I didn't tell anybody. When I started making a little bit of money, I started telling people, but I still think, like, if I could go back, I would wait until I was really, like, you know, all in. You know, I started telling people when I was making, like, I was probably net positive less than, like, $2,000, and I started telling people, oh yeah, like I'm trading now, like blah blah blah. I still had a full-time job and everything. It was just something I was doing on the side. I would just tell my coworkers and stuff. It's low-key also something that was kind of unavoidable, because when I was working my full-time job, I would have my laptop up and I would be watching the chart on it, and people would walk by and they would see it and they'd be like, oh, what are you doing? So it's like, you know, had to kind of tell them, you know. I didn't have to, but I did. Was your full-time job? I had a few, bro, but I was a car salesman. First I was a car sales. I've always been into like cars, so I always wanted to do something in a dealership. So I was in the service department first. I used to like drive the cars back. Then I did detailing. I used to be a detailer at a dealership. What the hell else did I do? And then, yeah, I kind of went into sales from there. My boss has asked me not to be so obvious about trading at work. The younger reps get distracted. Yeah. That's fair, honestly. I work remote right now and work as a data analyst. I think my job is starting to realize I'm trading or doing another job. Any tips? I don't know. I have no idea, dude. Since profit from simulator trading, I just say I'm learning in paper trading. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So starting trading. My only close friends knew. Now we're all trading together and we're actually watching your stream together now. Nice. Yeah, it is always nice to, like, you know, have a group of dudes, like a group of buddies that you're doing this with. And it's not just trading, it's really anything. Like, just having a group of friends while you're doing something is always, you know, way cooler. You guys can hold each other accountable, you can motivate each other. You know, like, it's cool. I wish I had, you know, friends like that when I was first starting out that would, like, you know, kind of lift me up and hold me accountable, because I would have probably been profitable way sooner than I was, you know. So told all my trading friends about your stream. Thank you. I'm a mailman and bring my tablet and hotspot from my phone, train my mail truck, get in where you fit in. Nice, bro. W. Hey, don't fuck up somebody's boxes watching the stream, though, you know. But I respect it, bro. I respect everybody that's here grinding like a job and then also watching the stream and trying to trade, bro. I respect you guys so much, because that's where I was, and I know how difficult it can be. Like, honestly, for me, my job was a lot more laid back, and so I got very lucky in that sense. But I can imagine where if you have, like, you know, a tough job, dude, it really goes to show the dedication that some of you guys have. And as long as you keep that up, I promise you, you are going to make it. I promise you that 100% you're going to make it. It's just a matter of when. That's it. How long you had a side job and now fully training for income? Yeah, I mean, now I'm full-time. I've been full-time for a while, but I didn't go for... So the switch for me going from having a job and trading part-time on the side to going, you know, full-time trading, it was very, very difficult, bro, because I was so comfortable where I was, right? Keep in mind, I just got done telling you my job. I got very lucky because it was very laid back, right? I worked in a dealership that, you know, thankfully was not that busy. And so, you know, I had a lot more time to be able to dedicate to this. So I was like, dude, I'm comfortable. Like, I don't need to leave my job. And then what I did was, because I didn't know if I would, you know, you're not going to know if you will fully enjoy trading full time, right? So what I did was I took a week off of work. I capped my ass off and I told him, hey, like, you know, I'm going out of town, something, whatever. I took a week off, and for that week, I traded every single day. And I was like, dude, I love this. And so once I built basically enough of a buffer in my bank account to where if things were to go downhill for at least 6 months, I would be able to survive. I'd be able to pay my bills. You know, I'd be able to live. That's when I quit. So I had a little bit saved up in my bank account, and then I had obviously a good chunk in my portfolio, because back then there were no prop firms. Like, there's no prop firm trading. It was live funds, you know? That's why it was important for me to have a job, because there was no like, oh, $100 and I'm funded 50K. No, bro, I had to put thousands of dollars of my own money. I had to go work my ass off, put thousands of dollars of my own money into an options trading account. And that's how I used to be able to fund my trading. So it was extremely difficult, bro. I don't think there's a certain like payout that would be enough to leave your job. It's just whatever works for you. Been in the trust while I work for nearly 2 years trying to make it, not trying to jinx it or anything, but I've noticed the difference in my trading and psychology over the last few weeks. There you go, bro. There you go. It took me almost 2 years to kind of like get to the point where I was making money. So that's just how it goes, bro. Some people become profitable really quickly. You guys will notice this. Some people become profitable in a few months. Some people get profitable in a year. Some people it takes 2 years, 3 years. Some people it takes 10 years. Like, no joke, it takes 10 years for some people, right? The bottom line is, if you are somebody that knows in the back of your head this is what you want to do, and you have a good enough reason as to why you want to do this, right? Which I would imagine all of you guys do, and you stick to it, then there is no question about if you're going to make it. There's a question about when you're going to make it, right? That's the question. So every one of you guys will eventually get there, but the sad reality is that there's a good chunk of you guys that will probably quit on their way there. Just don't be one of those people, you know? What kept you going in the phase where you made and lost money? What kept me going was that I knew that this is what I wanted. Even when I lost money, bro, I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars trading, right? I haven't just like made money trading from the jump, or you know, immediately started trading and then started losing money and then kind of like worked my way, you know, out of the hole. Bro, I started off losing money just like everybody else. I made some money, then I lost money, then I made a lot of money, and then I lost all my money, right? So like, imagine, I've told this story before, but like, imagine making over $100,000 a month. Not consistently, but imagine making over $100,000 a month for like a few months. And then imagine making $0, losing money. You guys can probably imagine like the lifestyle change that would come from that, you know, that drastic switch in income. So for me, it was very difficult, but I knew even when I was at like my lowest, which was, you know, the year that I lost money, even when I was at my lowest, I still never, in the back of my head, I never ever thought, oh, this is it for me. Like, I'm done trading. Never. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to working a job. I'm going to make a little bit of money. And I'm going to get right back at it. That's how like motivated I was from the start. It's just like a mindset thing, really, bro. It really is just a mindset thing. No joke. Were you trading with your own money? Yes. I just told you I was working a full-time job, bro. When you really want to find ways to make it work. Exactly. And this isn't just for trading. It's just kind of like anything in life. But, you know, I tell you guys this so that you guys can understand that this trading shit is not all like, bro, I feel like over the course of, especially recently, I would say in the last 3 years, especially, trading has become super mainstream, and people only show the bright side of trading, or people only see the bright side of trading, because that's what like most of these gurus are going to throw in your face so that they can sell you something. And unfortunately, a lot of you guys don't get to see the dark side of training and the shit that people like really have to go through. And then when you go through those things yourself, you get very discouraged. But I've been through the worst of the worst, bro, in this thing. And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And you guys see where I'm at now. So if you at any point are you know, discouraged, just know you just gotta stick to it, bro. That's it. That's all you gotta do. 828 a better looking long. Yeah, the 29, yeah, a little bit better looking for sure. First day on stream got 150k free W, bro. W. Very nice. Being pissed raises cortisol, not good for longevity, buddy. Div. Yeah, exactly. This is true. I will bark for a free account. Are you a full-time trader? Yes, bro. Oh, new code. Div drop the new code. Who got that? Got it? Nice, bro. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That one finally worked. Nice. Why aren't you trading? I am, bro. Nothing's happening. What do you want me to do? Some kid aced keyboarding class in 8th grade and is taking home 10 accounts. Q and I get our cheeks slapped by Apex guys just to bring codes for it. This is true, bro. Apex did. They did directly call me out, bro. They were like, yo, because we were running a big scam on Apex basically, and well, we weren't intentionally running a scam. Unfortunately, the way that it was playing out was we would never intentionally run a scam on Apex, never. But the way it was working out was multiple people were claiming the code, like 50 people, 100 people were claiming the same code. So unfortunately they patched us, and so we had to go to war, bro, for more accounts. So you guys better sub up, man. Yeah, guys, not Buddy's fault, bro. Sushi, I'm gonna put you in contact with the Apex team, bro. Can you make sure you like talk to them? You explain how these codes work? It's just bro, it's literally just you just claim them when you're checking out. No more? Damn, bro. Div said no more, guys. Div said no more. Rip. It's a code for a free account. um, hmm.
What is up, guys?
You training today or no? Trying to, but nothing's here, bro. Nothing is here. I mean, look at this thing. It's just chopping, bro. Just chopping around. If you guys didn't win any counts, you can always use code key. All right. You can always use code key. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for a buy. Waiting for a buy. Bro, what is this, bro? Wow, bro. The way you guys switch up, just to get a free account, bro, to save $19 is insane, dude. Oh my God. Holy. This is crazy work. Bro, you guys switched up so fast to save 19 bucks. That's insane. Ban everyone. Yeah, it was actually just a ploy to just bring out the people who are fake, and then now you guys are all getting banned. So mods, just start banning everybody from the start. Just anybody who typed that, start banning every single person. How do you play licensed music in YT not clap you? They do. None of the streams are monetized. I don't get money from streaming. Because they're all demonetized because I play fire music. I'm not playing non-copyright music, brother. So that is doo-doo. Oh, new code, new code, new code. Div dropped a new code. Damn, bro. 4 for 4? Who just went 4 for 4, bro? Wendy's 4 for 4 here. Wendy's 4 for 4. Damn. I want a 30K 2018 Mustang GT. I'm unlocking my warehouse job. 60 hours of overtime each week. What does that have to do with the car, though? I wanted to let other people win. Yo, W guy, bro. W Omar, bro. W Omar. 5th one today? Oh my God, bro. Yo, people are just gonna... Yo, this is not good. This is not good. People are just gonna show up to the stream and start begging me for free accounts, bro. Wow, dude. I'm glad you guys are getting some accounts, though. W. W, 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 W. Gotten 10 total? Hell yeah, bro. Fire. Fire. The people who are getting the accounts are the ones blown up. This is true. This is true. Get keto. Yeah, bro. 20K subs, bro. 20K subs. 20K subs, bro. And 20K subs will do 100 accounts on stream. 100 accounts giveaway on stream. 20K subs. Yo, Div, can we do that? Or am I just making a false promise? Is that possible? Can we do that? 100 accounts? Can we arrange that, Div? Or no? Is that too much? Yes? Oh, we could do it, bro. Nah, you guys gotta get... Okay, 20K subs. We're gonna do 100... We're gonna do 100 accounts. No, no, no. Don't... Yo, if you sub-bot me, bro... Yo, I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm going to actually destroy you. Apex will have a meeting with you. I'm about to get, yeah, bro. I'm about to get the email of doom from Apex. You guys are gonna get an email next from Apex. Yeah, some of our affiliates are absolutely scamming our codes, so we are no longer giving away codes anymore. Let's go, Scott. W Scott. W Scott. See you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your night. So yeah, 9:15 a.m. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.